Hello again. What are the top 10 things you should put on your baby registry? Here's what I have used the most since having my baby. The first thing you're going to want to put on your registry are wet dry bags. They are so versatile. You can use them for wet burp cloths, which happens a lot when they're spit up or they start drooling a ton. You can use it for blowouts. Sometimes that happens too. And all of a sudden you're like, where do I put this? I don't have a plastic bag with me. I know what I can do. We got the wet dry bag. So what it is on the outside, it just feels like normal fabric. And on the inside, it is waterproofed lining. So you can put whatever you need to in it and it won't spread into your diaper bag. I suggest getting a couple of these so that when you wash them, you have extras on hand. Or if you're gone for a long time, now you have multiple places that you can put things while you're gone, and then you can just throw it all into the wash. When you do throw it in the wash, you're gonna wanna turn it inside out so it can clean everything. Let it dry, hang dry, and then you can turn it back so that you can reuse it again. Speaking of wet dry bags, you'll want to put things like diapers in there as well if you're out and you have nowhere to put them. Along with having your wet dry bags, it is so nice, here's number 2, to have diapers and wipes on your registry. Now, that might be disposable diapers and it might be cloth diapers, something like this. I prefer the Alva Baby pocket diapers because they are the most like a disposable diaper. You put the liner on the inside in the pocket and then you are ready to go put it on the baby. You just have to fasten the snaps instead of use the little Velcro tabs that it has. Number 3, you're going to want lots of burp cloths. So what I've got right now, someone gave me these ones. They're kind of like little microfiber cloths. They're nice. They're okay. They're not my favorite just because I don't think that they are as absorbent, and I just personally don't like the feeling of wet fleece. Cloth diaper inserts are also really nice because they've got a nice absorbent middle section, and sometimes I just want to fold in a section and it's not as big. It makes it a lot easier to have a smaller burp cloth if you want. You can open it up and have a nice big burp cloth to cover lots of space if you got a very spit-uppy baby, or like mine and she likes to pull it out of the way and then spit on your arm. My favorite ones are the muslin burp cloths. They're nice and lightweight. You can take them anywhere, and my daughter loves to just carry them around or eat them. So they're very versatile. When they get too wet or they've been eaten too much, you can just stick them right in that wet dry bag, seal it up, grab a new one, and you're good to go. You can keep both wet or dry things in here. So maybe your baby's using this one. Oh man, it's all gross. It's all spit uppy. Let's put that in this section and pull out a new one from this section. You choose how you use it. I think they are wonderful and I greatly recommend them. Next, you are going to need a diaper bag. Now, you might choose something big like this that has lots and lots of different options and zippers. I have liked this one because I can put things like blankets and swaddles or snacks. I can put the changing table or changing pad and wipes in here. I can throw in the hand sanitizer in like little pockets that are in here. But I suggest a portable changing pad that you can travel with. This has saved my life many, many times, especially if you don't want to carry a huge bag around with you. So this one is the Skedaddle by Skip Hop. This one was actually just gifted to me by a coworker, and it's so nice. It has a little pocket in the front, but when you open it up, you've got your diapers in this section. You've got a spot for your wipes here. This one actually had its own little container. You can use the container, or I just put my extra wipes in here, especially when we're running low in the baby's room in the nursery. I just take the almost gone ones or the flatter ones and I stick them in here. Then it opens all the way up. You've got these two little flaps to give it a nice space, especially if the baby's arms are flopping out to the side. And now you've got your changing pad. It's super helpful to take with you. We've used it on trips. And then you just fold it back up and clip, and you're ready to go. It also has a little strap that you can hook onto your stroller while you're walking around, or put it on your wrist while you're walking around. So highly, highly recommend this. I think I try to take this in places with me more often than I take my actual diaper bag, because it's just so big. Now, I do like this one, and I've actually seen quite a few people with this one. I got it on Amazon, but I really like this one. This is good. The big one is good because it's got the straps for a backpack style. You've got the straps to carry it, and it also has these clips so you can clip it onto your diaper bag or whatever else that you're carrying. Next, number 5, I suggest getting a comfortable carrier for your newborn as well as older baby and up to toddler. It's so nice to have something simple. So this is the Infantino Cozy Premium, and I just slide it on. It's really quick and easy. You can tighten it up where you need to. It's got Velcro on the side, and you just stick the baby in, Velcro on the sides, buckle it up, and then you can either buckle it with baby facing you so it stays up, or you can flip this down and buckle it and the baby's facing out. This one has been so quick, easy, nice and simple. I throw it in the car. When I'm getting her out, I can just stick her in here and we go off on our merry way. Taking it off, super simple. I actually started with this one. It's an Ergo Baby 4-position 360. It has a lot more support. So if you're going to go on a hike or go walking, something like that, this is something you'd want. Things like this, carriers like this, they usually have a newborn insert or something else so that the baby can sit in here and not fall out. This one you'll see is pretty big. Your newborn is not going to fit in here as well as your 2-3 month old. I actually didn't start using this until I think 2 months old, but it lasts for quite a while. You have lots of options once it's on, and you can flip it up and have baby facing you, which is the only way I've used this one so far. Or once baby gets big enough, you can flip it down and baby can face out and see everything. I think this one said, you'll have to check your carrier, whichever one you choose to get. I think this one said you can't face out until about 4 or 5 months in this one, or a certain weight limit. However, when you got an infant, a very newborn, I actually really liked the wraps. So the one that I used most is the Moby wrap, but you could really use any of them. Some of them have the rings, so you can have a sling. The sling was not my favorite. It kind of made my back hurt a little bit. I preferred just wrapping it. Now the sling, I can take the rings out and use it like this one, like the Moby wrap. And I've got other videos showing you how to wrap them. So this one was really helpful and really nice when baby was a newborn, because I couldn't use the big carriers yet. Baby wasn't big enough to fit in the carrier yet. So having the wraps was actually super helpful. Number 6, I suggest getting a really nice stroller where you can take it anywhere, really. I got one that was a jogger because I know that we have some bumpy areas and trails near our house, so I wanted to be able to take the stroller anywhere. It also connects with my car seat, so I've got a Graco stroller and a Graco car seat. They click together, and then as the baby gets bigger, you can use the seat, or you can take that seat out when when she's big enough and put your baby in the main area where the seat inclines and reclines. But you can't put your baby in a normal incline recline seat until they can sit up well enough and hold their head stable. So another option might be something that has a bassinet, but I wouldn't get one that has a million different parts, because then you have to go through and buy this part and buy this part and buy this part and this attachment and that attachment, so that when the baby's a newborn, when it's an infant, when it's a toddler, when, the big kid. So I suggest finding something that is not going to cost you an arm and a leg that you have to get a million different things. Speaking of car seat, number 7 is put your car seat and the base on your registry, because it's just nice if someone else buys them and they're a little bit more of a high ticket item, or they might choose to give you money toward that item. So putting that on there is always a good option. Then comes number 8, a pack and play. I actually used that in place of a bassinet. So this could be your bassinet or your pack and play. I personally chose the pack and play because it came with the top insert. So when the baby's tiny or infant, newborn, you can put them in that top insert bassinet section. Or what I used was, on top of that, you had a changing table and you had the bassinet that hooked up onto your pack and play. I liked that I could remove the bassinet and take it anywhere with me, so I could have it anywhere in the house. But I also didn't have a bassinet and a pack and play and a changing table and. This way it was all in one, and I can just take the parts off that I'm not using anymore and continue to use it. It's also versatile. I used it for an infant, for baby, and I'm going to continue using it up to toddler or so, whatever the requirements are for the weight, whatever you get to use. And it can travel with me. So it's a portable bed. It was really nice having the changing table on the pack and play, because when she was an infant, we had her in our room and we just used that as a changing table. However, now that she's a little bit older, we've been using her nursery more. And instead of having a changing table that you then get rid of when she gets older, when your baby gets older, we chose to get a dresser, put the changing pad on top of it, and that way now you can continue to use it. So that is number 9 on our list for your registry. Along with that though, you're going to probably want some extra pads, or at least get a cover for your changing pad. I found that these are really helpful because I can just set them on top. I actually put the changing pad, then I put the changing pad cover on, and I set this changing pad cover on top of that, so that if this just gets a little dirty or, a little something gets on it, you can now take that off, but you don't have to change the whole liner. And that brings us to number 10. We tried gripe water. It wasn't our favorite. Some people swear by it. We actually swear by the gas straps. Oh my goodness. 1 month hit and it was like a different baby, crying all the time because the gas was bothering her. So I suggest putting some gas drops or maybe some gripe water on your registry. We didn't know about it. We didn't think we'd need to use it. And then all of a sudden we were like, what do we do to help? And I said, oh yeah, we had some of these in our registry items and the gifts that we got. Let's pull them out and use them. And oh boy, did we use them. Bonus time. I use coconut oil. You can use other things. I believe vegetable oil in place of diaper rash cream or even nipple cream if you're breastfeeding. I just put a little bit in a container, and that way while I'm changing her, I've got a container wherever I've got the changing pad. I can use a tiny bit. You just stick your finger in, roll it on there. Its melting point is very low, so if you warm it up on your finger, it's going to melt and become more of a liquid. Whereas when you store it, it's just a solid and it's not going to dip and fall out and drip on everything, which is really nice. So coconut oil, a nice bonus, number 11. Another bonus, number 12, would be alcohol-free foaming hand sanitizer. I keep this in the diaper bag. I keep this next to her changing pads. I keep it in the car. I can throw it in the stroller with us when we're going on a walk. It's super helpful to have around, and it's alcohol-free, so it's safe for baby. Bonus number 13 is a nail file. I don't want to even think about trying to clip a squirmy baby's nails. It's not just one of those that you'd use on your own fingernails. This one actually has a light on it. It also spins and has a couple speeds and directions, so right or left, depends on if you go up or down. And you can change out the different nail file pads depending on how hard or how soft your baby's nails are. And then you don't have to worry about hurting. It won't hurt you, and it stops moving if you put a lot of pressure on it. So nail file for baby's nails, so nice, because otherwise you end up with scratches on their faces or on you. Oh my goodness, all the scratches. I suggest getting a nail file, but it's not one of the must-haves. It's just one of those that are really nice to have. Last but not least, pacifiers, all the different pacifiers, because you don't know which ones they're going to want and which ones they're going to like, or if they're even going to like them at all. So having a lot of options has been super nice. Starting out, we tried these Philips Avent ones. She wasn't a huge fan, but these are the ones that they often hand out in hospitals. Some babies love them. Eventually, as they get older, they really like to chew on them. Do be aware of the age range on it. You want to make sure you have one that is suitable for your child at the age that they are. The MAM pacifiers are also super great. These are the ones that our little girl ended up loving. And so we have the MAM pacifiers with some little clip-on lanyards that you can buy as well. Some of them fit universally. Others, if it doesn't have a hole or something that you can hook it onto, they have some others that are like button holders. We don't have those ones, but those would be good as well, but not necessary. Some babies don't even want them. Another bonus item is a fan. You might not need it if your baby's born in the winter or maybe even in the fall, autumn time frame. However, I had a baby in the summer and this has been amazing. It clips on to, well, anything, stroller, or we put it on her carrying car seat. And it's got different levels. You can charge it. It is a bladeless fan. Kids love to play with this and put their hands in it, by the way. And it's really nice because you don't have to worry about catching your hair or baby's fingers or anything else in it. And it's just nice to have. So a fan is another option for a bonus item to throw on there. Even if it is a colder month, you might want something like this while you're in labor so you can put it on you. All right, what were some items you put on your registry? What did you find most helpful?